We all know that positive times positive is positive. Example, 2 times 3 is positive 6, and positive times negative is negative. Example, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. But why is negative times negative positive? As you can see, here are the basic multiplication rules. We have positive times negative equals negative, and also vice versa, so negative times positive is negative. Then we have positive times positive is positive, and lastly we have negative times negative, which is the thing that we're trying to explain. Hey there! Welcome to my channel Beyond the Graph, the place where numbers tell stories and letters make sense. And before we get into the actual video, a big respect for you if you are still here after the intro. Thank you and enjoy the video. First, we have number patterns. With number patterns, we can try to explain this thing. So let's see. As you can see, here we have the first number pattern. We're multiplying something by 2. First we have 2 times 2, that's easy, 4. Next we have 1 times 2, and that's 2, easy. Then everybody knows that 0 times 2 is 0. So in this example, when we're decreasing the first number, also the product keeps decreasing. And each time we decrease the first number once, the product decreases by 2. So by logic, 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2 minus 2 equals 0. And 0 minus 2 equals minus 2, which is just flipped around 2. So there's the negative. And here we have the exact same pattern, but we have just flipped the 2 to its opposite, or to its negative. And as you can see, here is the same thing, but we're adding a 2. So 2 times negative 2 equals negative 4. When we decrease the first number, we always add 2. But now if we keep going, we are always adding 2. And if we add 2 to negative 2, it's 0, right? So now if we keep going, we should add 2 again, right? And what is 0 plus 2? Well, it's 2, right? To keep the pattern, this just has to be 2, which means by logic, 2 negatives actually gives us positive. And we have 3 methods here, so let's jump into method 2. Our method 2 is distributive property. We can say that 0 equals 0, and this is true, right? Next, we can rewrite another 0 some way differently. We can do minus 1 plus 1, right? But you don't actually need brackets here, but I'll show you why did I do that. Because now when we are going to times both sides by negative 1, we can keep the brackets and just put negative 1 here. And if we keep going, we know that anything times 0 is just 0. And on the right side, we have basic algebra. So first thing we can do is minus, or negative, sorry, times negative 1. This comes from here, and oops, one more here. Then we can multiply these two, plus negative 1 times 1. Okay, let's keep going. 0 does not change, equals. Next, let's do this because we already know what is negative 1 times 1. And it is just negative 1, right? So let's put it here. we have -1 plus, and this thing, because let's say we don't know the answer yet, -1 times -1. Now the magic happens. As you can see, we have -1 here. We can add 1 to both sides, which will get rid of this -1. So we have 1 equals, and we can just forget about this, equals this thing right here. And also we can get rid of those brackets from the outside because they are unnecessary to keep things simple and nice. We have 1 equals -1 times -1. So we just proved that. Now method 3, or actually real world example. So now method 3, or actually it's just a real world example. So this actually won't prove anything, but I just want to show you how it applies to our real world. So first, imagine you're walking on a road like this. And you are looking in this direction. Now imagine that you want to go to the direction you're looking. So you are wanting to go in this direction, right? So just let's imagine we times that by 1. Nothing happens. You still are going to walk in this direction. But imagine you actually started walking backwards. That would mean that you're doing negative progress, right? So it's like times -1, right? So now you're walking in this direction, but imagine there's another factor. There would be another times -1, which would somehow still keep you progressing, but you would still keep walking backwards. Do you get it? Where I'm going with this? If there was a thing that would somehow, when you did something, you would actually progress with 2 negative things. Well, yes, there is. Doing an 180 degrees rotation. So that's the thing. We can actually use this in real world to show that negative times negative equals something positive or progress in the right direction. So we saw 2 mathematical ways to understand why negative times negative equals positive by looking at number patterns and using algebra. And also we had a 1 real world example where negative times negative actually equals positive. This is an important rule in math that helps everything stay consistent. And that was it. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please hit like, subscribe. And that was it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe because that helps me. Also, if you have any video ideas for me, please comment down below anything you have on mind. Thanks for watching.